Personnel from the Marine Corps 6th Infantry Battalion Wednesday visited the Sukomu village in Yakuhimo's Dekai district as part of their patrol. They gave out sporting equipment to children and assured the villagers of their safety.
And on that same day, soldiers from the Army's 501st Infantry Battalion also engaged locals in a village of the Maibrat Regency, where they helped the villagers clean up the roads, gutters, and their homes.
Habema Commander Brigadier General Luki Avianto has said that both activities aim to boost social communication and provide community service while maintaining regional security and accelerating the development around the border.
The Indonesian Navy held an assembly for Saka Bahari Scouts as the highlight of the Surya Baskara Jaya and maritime character building activities yesterday.
Deputy Navy Chief Vice Admiral TNI Erwin S. Aldidarma was present at the event.
The activities began on November the 5th with a voyage from Jakarta to Surabaya and Makassar. It will cap off on November the 17th. There will be outreach and counseling on homeland defense and national outlook, substance abuse, family planning, and stunted growth. These are expected to draw a crowd of 300.
Over 480 people have also received free medical services, and 750 packages of staple goods as well as educational, MSME, and Kampung Bahari aid have also been distributed. There were also meetings with prominent officials from the Navy, the Scouting movement, and local government as part of the character building activities.
In addition, they will take part in Giat Prestasi competitions, marine tourism plus social engagement and works. The latter will include donations of school supplies and necessities, mangrove planting, also beach cleanup.
Itu bukan hanya komitmen, tapi memang itu adalah salah satu wujud dari loyalitas kita kepada pimpinan negeri, kepada pimpinan tertinggi negara ini. Itu juga merupakan wujud dari pengabdian dan juga wujud pertanggungjawaban dari TNI Angkatan Laut kepada masyarakat, bahwa apa yang dimiliki oleh TNI Angkatan Laut yang memang pada prinsipnya disiapkan untuk menghadapi pertempuran, untuk melaksanakan pertahanan negara, namun dalam kondisi damai, TNI Angkatan Laut selalu siap untuk juga ikut mensukseskan program pemerintah demi mensejahterakan masyarakat banyak.
And finally, the Keris Wumera joint exercise between Indonesia and Australia are underway.
The exercise is part of Indo-Pacific Force 2024, Australia's largest international engagement in the region.
And as part of the exercise, soldiers from both sides held an amphibious landing drills on the waters of Java Wednesday.
The Indonesian Armed Forces and their Australian counterparts kick off combat drills on the waters of Java Wednesday as of the Keris Wumera joint exercise. The amphibious landing drill on Banongan was the largest and most complex combat exercise between both sides to date. The drill involved over 2,000 personnel along with multiple tanks, ships, fighters, landing craft, and attack helicopters. The Keris Wumera exercise follows the recent agreement strengthening Australia-Indonesia defense cooperation.
Experiences, transfer of skills, knowledge of each other's tactics, techniques, procedures, shared information. You've heard from the commander of the landing force about the value of coming together and coming together in a small space inside a ship at that over recent weeks. How you forge trust, credibility and knowledge of how each other work. But those are important in terms of underpinning any operations that our countries might choose to do together in the future, either as exercises for training or indeed if it were regional security related, humanitarian assistance and disaster related, evacuation operations. When we train for conflict, we've done so in over many decades with the belief that the skills that we generate in training for conflict are what underpins our ability to adapt for other circumstances such as humanitarian aid, evacuation operations.
Amphibious landing exercise involves the coordinated use of land, sea and air forces to invade an area. Meanwhile, the Chris Wumera not only focused on combat but also military operations other than war.
Dan dalam latihan ini khususnya tidak hanya latihan operasi militer perang saja, tetapi juga operasi militer selain perang. Tidak hanya operasi pendaratan amfibi, kemudian latihan penembakan, tetapi juga ada latihan non-combatant evacuation operation yang dalam ini bisa kita kerjakan bersama apabila terjadi sesuatu di Indonesia maupun di Australia. Mungkin nanti ke depan kita akan juga bisa kerjakan beberapa latihan bersama yang kaitannya juga dengan military operation atau land war, seperti misalnya disaster relief operation dan sebagainya yang berkaitan dengan selain operasi perang.
Humanitarian evacuation, disaster relief, and live fire exercises are set to take place in the coming days until November the 16th.
Chris Wumera joined military exercise which was followed by 2,000 military personnel from Navy, Air Force and also Army featured amphibious landing exercise. This joint military exercise enhanced to increase the capacity and also the capability both for Indonesian Armed Forces and Australian Defence Force during operation from sea to land. Reporting from Situbondo Regency is Java, Fahrian Bahri and Reza Anindita Ramadan for Sea Today.
After a quick break, we'll have Paul set to bring you some sports updates. What do you have for us today, Paul?
Thanks, Shafira. So we have some basketball news. As we know, this is the second year that the NBA has implemented the NBA Cup, which is their in-season tournament. So the Phoenix Suns, with Devin Booker being without his Olympic teammate Kevin Durant, was able to get past the Utah Jazz, as well as New York Knicks having to handle Joel Embiid, the former MVP, in his debut with the Philadelphia 76ers. We've got some badminton updates coming up as well, where Indonesia has several representatives in the next round of the Kumamoto Masters 2024. And I'm very excited because tomorrow is Timnas Day. Yes, our national football team has returned for 2 matches this month. Tomorrow, they'll be taking on the Samurai Blue, the heavyweight powerhouse of Japan, the leaders of the group right now. It'll be a big, tough task against them, but let's find out if they are prepared for that. And speaking of football, we have the world's oldest active footballer, Kazuyoshi, who is set to return for his 40th season at the age of 58. And speaking of age seems to be nothing but a number these days with athletes, as Mike Tyson is set to take to the ring against Jake Paul. We'll find out what message he has to Jake Paul's fans coming up next. All that and more when we return here on the C Morning Show. Stay tuned. Your Thursday morning sports update is coming up next.
Since I was young, I had an intense desire to discover the world around me.
This is my first time driving in South America.
That hasn't changed, just the level of adventure. Now, every journey has a purpose. And each time I venture out to explore new destinations around the globe.
Yeah. There's a biggie under there.
I am following my travel quest.
I'm Eric Hansen. When I see a trail, I see more than a path from point A to point B. A good trail is the ultimate opportunity to explore, to discover new landscapes, and to challenge myself. When I don't have a pack on my back, I'm thinking about my next big adventure, because my mission is simple. My mission is to discover the world's most epic trails.
the steak menu from Saung Steak Galunggung. A little bit lack of seasoning. This is the famous sate taichan that Bang Hodris sell for about 1,000 every single day.
Hello everyone, welcome back again with me, Chef Putri, only at Satisfactory. Now we're gonna put more Parmesan cheese on top. I will be sharing with you guys one of the most easiest recipe for you guys to make at home. This is it, peanut butter seed cake. Only at Satisfactory, cook healthy and cook happy.
What's up you guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tristan Hansen. In this video we will be exploring Are we ready guys? Yeah! I have a new video coming up tonight, so I have to make sure everything is ready, but this has been a great trip.
Selamat datang di Knock the Doc. Wah, senang sekali saya Dr. Esa Broto Asmoro bersama dengan
Hans Lango. Hari ini kita tetap akan membicarakan seputar kesehatan.
Sejauh ini yang dirasakan apa nih sama netizen?
Capek.
Multifaktorial penyebabnya. Tidak hanya masalah genetik sebetulnya, tapi juga terkait tadi physical activity maupun nutrisi sehari-hari.
Makanya harus nonton terus Knock the Doc.
Hi everyone, welcome back. You're still with us here on the C Morning Show. It's 20 to 7 in the AM and it's time for your first Thursday morning sports update. We begin with some basketball news from the NBA where the Phoenix Suns kicked off a 4-game road trip and their NBA Cup schedule on Tuesday night with a 120-112 win over the Utah Jazz, which now brings their season record to an amazing 9-2. Devin Booker was rejuvenated as he led the Suns with 31 points on an efficient 11 of 20 shooting. He added 4 assists, which showcased his playmaking ability, and grabbed 2 rebounds to round out his performance. Meanwhile, Bradley Beal contributed a solid 24 points, attacking the defense with his signature mid-range shots and drives. And off the bench, Grayson Allen chipped in with 15 points, bringing energy and timely perimeter shooting. On the other end, for the Utah Jazz, John Collins led the way with 29 points, mixing strong post-ups with three-point shooting to keep Utah in the game. Kyle Filipowski added 18 points off the bench, Lauri Markkanen scored 17, and Jordan Clarkson finished with 16 points and a team-high 8 assists.
Again, just a confident shot. Break. I don't know if Keontae thought.
So coming off an illness, Devin Booker looked much better in NBA Cup West Group B play at the Delta Center, scoring a game-high 31 points. Booker may just be over his illness that left him battling fatigue in Sunday's overtime loss to the Sacramento Kings. He went 5 of 9 from the three-point line. The Suns are now 9-2 and 1-1 minus Kevin Durant, who missed his second straight game with a left calf strain that will sideline him for Phoenix's next 5 games. Due for reevaluation on the weekend of November the 23rd and 24th, Durant did not make the trip to Utah to begin the 4-game road trip. The Suns still have just one double-digit victory, a 114-102 victory over the Dallas Mavericks in their home opener. They were unable to deliver a second one against a 2-win Jazz team in a situation in which point differential matters in the NBA Cup. They are winning, though, which is the actual end game, but the Suns could use more comfortable victories. If nothing else, just to prove to themselves that they can put teams away. Now, Coach Mike Budenholzer was not coaching last season with the inaugural in-season tournament debuting. He said after the game, winning is most important, but also understands that entertainment is a part of this tournament. Devin Booker says he wishes all games were like this, believing that if running up the score wasn't considered a bad thing, teams would actually play hard until the final buzzer. It is tricky, but the Suns have not put teams away by a double-digit margin, even in an NBA Cup game, when that's part of determining who advances to the quarterfinals out of group play. But a win is still a win, especially without Kevin Durant in the lineup. Meanwhile, let's go out east now, where the New York Knicks had 6 players in double figures and were led by a dominant performance from Karl Anthony Towns to earn a 111-99 win over the Philadelphia 76ers to open group play of the NBA Cup on Tuesday night in Philadelphia. New York now improves to 5-5 on the season and sentenced Philly to a 2-8 start to the year.